Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Playdates and Travels, and I am very excited to share with you today my most recent Disneyland haul. So, oh my gosh, do I have a haul for you. This is going to be a pin haul because I had a bunch of merch credits that I was exhausting, a couple of gift cards, and there were some pins that I was holding out for at the end of December to early January, and I went to Disneyland, I think 2 weeks in a row, and got some pins. So I want to show you guys what pins I picked up on my channel today because I'm very excited to unbox them and just show you what I got so I can start working on my new pin board behind me and start correlating all the different pins, coordinating all the pins together. I am all decked out in purple today because I was waiting for the perfect opportunity to wear my new Ursula tunic that I got from Character Warehouse my last trip back in December, early December, in Orlando, Florida. And today is the day, and to go along with my purple matchy-matchy, I'm wearing these ears. I don't feel like I've worn these in a while, and I was looking back at pictures from old trips when I was putting together my photo and video intro for you guys, and I realized I've been staring at these ears since 2012, I want to say. It's been a long time. I have a picture of my best friend and I was wearing these ears and she was wearing a different pair of ears, and we're posing probably in Mouse Gears or one of the other stores in Disney World. I think it was Mouse Gears that we're standing in though. And we're just posing because we didn't want to buy the ears, we just want to try them on. And that was back in 2012, and flash forward, I just bought these ears I think end of 2017, yeah, sometime in 2017. So that's how long I was staring at these ears and wanting to buy them. My tastes are very consistent. And if I had the new purple ears that just came out, the purple potion ears in Disneyland and Disney World, I'd be wearing those, but I do not own those yet. I actually held off on getting those because I was really excited to get the bubblegum ears, and I almost wore them today, but I wore these instead because it better coordinates with this outfit. But I have a lot of purple ears in my ear collection already, so I figure I'm holding off for now on those purple potion ears. I think they're gorgeous. I already have the bright pink, they're right behind me. These pink ones are basically the exact same, but they're from Tokyo Disneyland from last year, and I'm trying to hold off. I'm trying to create some more versatility in my ears for now. I don't know. I might break down and get it. However, I am going to show you one or two non-pin items in this haul today. So if you're interested in that, then please watch. Please go ahead and subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. I can't believe how quickly I'm getting there now, and it's really exciting to me. So please do subscribe if you haven't already. It'll really help me out. I just want to get to that point. So yeah, it's been a milestone goal of mine for a while, and I'm so close. But yeah, let's get into the pin haul and show you all the new pins that I have recently acquired. So first off, for that non-pin item, I mentioned the purple potion ears and how I didn't get that because I was holding off to see if I got the bubblegum ears in a recent Bibbidi Bobbidi box. I did. So exciting. Go watch that video if you haven't, because I was so thrilled and surprised and honored by everything they sent me. It was right spot on. But since I already had those ears in mind, I went back to the store, saw the purple potion ears, and I thought, should I do it? Should I not do it? And instead I got a pair of ears that I haven't really seen anyone else show on Instagram too much just yet, but these are the 2019 ears. So I have the 2018 ears from last year, and I realized they're dated, so maybe I need to get the new 2019 pair. So this is the 2019 pair, and I think they're so cute. And this is not typically me because I don't wear a lot of pink, but for some reason this pair of ears is just speaking to me. I love the bling bling on these ears, so sparkly, very classic. And then this is the bow for the 2019 ears. You can see it has different attractions. There's the castle, there's Space Mountain, there's a partner statue, there's some stars. What else am I seeing? It looks like the there's a teacup for the teacup ride. It looks like you have one of the boats. If you've ever gone to Disney, you know what I'm talking about. There's Maleficent, the dragon from the Fantasmic show. And there's something else that I noticed before on here. Oh, there's a Dole Whip. I didn't miss that. Oh, and then you have Hook's ship as well. So there's a lot of different elements on this bow that I think is really, really cute. This is what the back looks like. And then the side It's not on that side, but the side says 2019. So I thought that was a really cool little detail, the fact that this is represented and says 2019 on it. So I will be wearing these in a future video. And this was a splurge item that I got from my most recent trip. I almost hesitate to buy these ears now because they raised the prices, and I thought they were expensive before at $25, now they're $28, $27.99. So, you know, it does add up, but I did go ahead and grab this because I thought these were really cute. Okay, and for my other non-pin related item, it is a food item, and my daughter was a big fan. I got one of those 3 snack packs at Marceline's Confectionery, and this was probably mid 2018 or so, and my daughter was a big fan of it. Her friend was a big fan of it, so I always held out, and I was like, next time I see Disney gummies, I'm gonna pick them up because she was a big fan. They hadn't had them forever in Marceline's Confectionery in the downtown Disney area, but I saw them restocked beginning of January, so I got one. And it's from Goofy's Candy Company. You can see Goofy right there in the front, really cute. And it does say character gummies on the bottom. People who are interested in gummies, please beware. They have very similar packaging that says sour gummies, and I'm not a big sour candy person, so I wanted the character gummies, which is what these are. And this is kind of like what it looks like in the back. They're Mickey head shapes, so Mickey head shaped. And yeah, so I just thought this was a really fun gummy pack. My daughter was a big fan, so I went ahead and bought this. I will say I've never bought one of these packs before. These are kind of expensive for what they are. I think this was like $6.30. I think it was $6.30. So $6.29 each, or if you got 3, then you save like $1.50 or something like that. It wasn't that great of a deal, honestly, but they're Disney branded, and I wanted to have Mickey heads at least one more time, so I went ahead and got it. And those are the 2 non-pin related items. Everything else is going to be pins. Okay, so let's start with the big pin. I met up with my friend Rita from Enchanted Rita. It was our first time meeting each other in the parks, and we went there on that day at the end of December specifically for one pin, and it was this one. I will say that I already picked up the Beauty and the Beast version. I showed that previously on my channel. And there was, I believe, a Lion King one as well previously, and that was it. I do not have the Lion King one, however, sadly. But I could not pass this up because this is one of my favorite movies. I actually love this movie even more than Beauty and the Beast, and this one is Aladdin! So you can see this is a pin right here, and it's in this really cute box. The box is made to look like a VHS player from the 80s, early 90s, back when we used to put our movies on these little tape decks and put them in and watch our movies and then rewind, and then when they would get stuck, you would put your finger in the wheel and try to clean it out. These are things that 90 kids dealt with. But anyway, I love this theming. I love that this is in a VHS packaging, and I actually have not opened this. I saw Rita open this on her channel, and that was my first time seeing it. So now I want to see it for myself. So let's go ahead and take this out of the box. I have been holding off. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. It's so pretty, although it is a little scuffed. It makes me a little sad. I have a scuff mark on my pin, and I know these are sold out now, so I can't get another one. But anyway. Okay, so here we go. Here is an Aladdin VHS tape. This is the backer board that it's on, and you can see it has Jasmine and Aladdin and Genie right there, and then there is Jafar at the very bottom, the Sultan's Palace, and the Cave of Wonders, it looks like, in the distance. And then right here you have Genie holding the lamp. So I love that it looks just like the movie. It says a Walt Disney classic. You look like you're looking at one of the VHS tape covers. And then when you open it, because I love hinge pins, it has the lamp right there on that side. And then it has what looks like the tape itself with Aladdin on it. So I love that it says Aladdin right there. You have his face, and then you have this design to look like a VHS tape. I think that these pins are stunning. Sorry, my son is sitting literally below the camera right now, and he is singing to everyone. But I love that they came out with these designs. I love the tape aspect because it brings back some 90s nostalgia for me. I was a 90s kid, and I had many of these tapes. I do own the Aladdin one. I own Little Mermaid, I own Lion King. I owned a number of them from when I was this age, the prime age for when these movies came out. And I love them, and I love that I can revisit them with my daughter, who is now a fan of these. Although she was obsessed with Aladdin all last year. I think she's finally over it because she never really requested to watch it anymore. But that's okay. It's still a favorite in my heart. So I'm very excited that I got that pin, and that was the reason that Rita and I chose to meet up that one day in December, was because we knew it was that pin release day. Or I knew it was that pin release day, and I said, girl, let's meet on a Thursday. Let's not make it a Wednesday. Let's not make it a Tuesday. We have to meet on the Thursday that the pin comes out so that we can both get it. All right, so the next thing that I have in my bag, because that's not all I picked up while I was there. No. I picked up the new Disney Princess Letter Collection, and I did not get this on that day. I got this the week after, and I remember I was with Rita and her husband, and they had told me that this was in the Pin Trader kiosk outside of downtown Disney, and they had just sold out because they told me they got there a half an hour before I did, and I got stuck in traffic. It was crazy that day. Do not go around the Christmas season, guys, without expecting to be in long lines. But anyway, so we were there at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and it was like, it took about 30 to 35 minutes to get in the park, or to get into downtown area, excuse me. Not even to get into the park, but that's just to get into downtown Disney, to go make your way toward the park if you're going that direction. At any rate, they were sold out, and so I was bummed because Rita told me that they were there literally 20 minutes prior. They must have just sold out. And when I went back a week later, they had these restocks, so I picked one up. The box is a little crushed now because I think my son might have crawled on it. I've had these bags on the floor waiting to be filmed for a week and a half now, and he has made his way through them. He keeps rifling through these bags, and that's kind of the reason why I'm filming this now. I'm like, I need to get these off the floor because he's going to damage my goods. But anyway, so I love how this has all the princesses right there in the front, and then in the back you can see that this has the princess letter, and then also the princess on the actual letter itself. So I decided to go ahead and pick up one of these boxes, and I am going to open this up at the end of this video, so stay tuned, because I have this and another mystery box. The next item that I got, oh, I have another mystery box, haha. I forgot about these, but they still had these Cinderella mystery boxes there, and I hadn't picked this up previously when it was released in December, but since I saw that they still had these, and I do like Cinderella. She's one of my favorite Disney princesses, one of my favorite Disney films that I grew up watching all the time. I went ahead and picked up this box. I'm not the biggest fan of these boxes, however, because look at the small size. This only has one pin for the price. These are $17, so these are the same price as a regular LE pin, yet, or when you get those pin boxes, they're $14.99, you get two. There's only one in here. But I did pick it up, so I'm going to see what I get. And these are different shapes on the back, so I am excited to see which Cinderella pin I go ahead and pick up. The next pin I also got from that trip, and this is a Christmas pin, and it was released on Christmas Day. We were there 2 days later with Rita, so both Rita and I picked up this pin, and it says Merry Christmas 2018. There's 2018 on the top, and then Merry Christmas along the bottom, and you have Mickey and Minnie with what looks like a candle. Oh, it's not a candle, but it's a star on the top of the Christmas tree, and they're holding a Christmas present. So this is really cute. I'm a big Christmas fan. You guys might have seen my Christmas pin board that I put up. I think it was just after Vlogmas. So if you haven't seen that, feel free to go. I'll try to link that above. But yeah, it was just a fun thing to do, to put all my Christmas pins together, and I'm a big Christmas person. So when I saw this pin was still there 2 days later, I decided to go ahead and grab it. And this was an LE pin. The size of this one was 4,000, so it's kind of a high LE size, but I thought this would be fun to have it anyway, and I am going to hold on to it for next year's Christmas board, but I thought this was cute. And I'm a big sucker for both Mickey and Minnie together, so if I see them on a pin and it's something that relates to me like Christmas, I'm like, let's do it. I was kind of like guilt-free buying these two because I had some merch cards, some gift cards as well that I was spending, so I didn't actually spend that much of my own money, so I was happy about that. Okay, next I have a pin that came out the previous week, and this was a Robin Hood pin. So this is the 45th anniversary of Robin Hood. I've mentioned this on my channel before, but Robin Hood happens to be one of my favorite Disney classic films. My daughter is also a fan of this one, and I just think it's so hilarious. I love the prison breakout scene where, you know, he's just standing with the girl. He's like, just close your little eyeball. So I did go ahead and grab this, and what's cool is that this is a movable pin, so you can see both Robin Hood and Maid Marian are swinging across the tower, which is part of the reason why I got this pin. I love that you have Ka in the corner, and then you have Prince John right here in this corner as well. So, and then there's the throne that they're swinging across. So it's a really cool scene from the movie. And being a Robin Hood fan, I was just really excited to see this pin released, and I got one of these. I couldn't get that one and not this one though, because this pin was another 45th anniversary Robin Hood pin, and I just love the colors. I mean, look how bright this is. It's nice and green. It's got a nice reflective background, and you can see Robin Hood with his signature pose, and he is about to, you know, release an arrow. So I love bow and arrow. Fun fact, my husband and I actually met during archery club in college. Random, I know. We only did it for one semester of college, and that's where we initially met. We didn't start dating them, we dated the next semester. But that is how my husband and I met, through archery. So archery kind of has like a significant story for my life at any rate, because that's how my husband and I met. So go figure. At any rate, I've always been a big fan of archery stories. Robin Hood was always a big favorite of mine. I also like that movie Robin of Locksley that came out in the 90s starring Devon Sawa, because I was a big Devon Sawa fan. You guys, if you don't know this, I'm a big Backstreet Boys fan, and Nick Carter looked like Devon Sawa, so I was like, let's do it. Anyway, I have a type. Okay, so moving back on. This is a Robin Hood pin. This is a Robin Hood pin, and I like that in the background you can also see Prince John and his sidekick, and there's a bunch of different characters on this as well. So I'm trying to see up close. Yeah, there's Maid Marian. There is, oh, there's the rooster who's sort of like the narrator of the story at the very beginning and during the prison scene. So we have that as well. And it's just a really cute pin. I just think it's a really bright and fun pin. So it kind of reminds me of like the glass stain effect, but not really. It's just a nice pin. I'm not explaining it very well, but there you go. Robin Hood. So also released the same day as those Robin Hood pins was a whole release of the Sword and the Stone pins. And I'm a big Sword and the Stone fan, so I picked up 2 of the same pin because one of my friends from high school is also a big Sword in the Stone fan. She lives in the UK. I mentioned her on my channel before. She sent me some goodies before. She's very, very sweet. And so I try to pick up pins that I know fit her collection when I can. I always ask her first, I'm like, do you want that pin? And she's like, yes, please grab it for me. So I did pick up her the same pin, and we both have this one. So I'll just show you one. You have young Arthur, and he is raising the sword. Of course, you have Merlin right next to him. You have Archimedes. And it's just a very cool pin. It says 55th anniversary in the corner. And I like that it's just a very signature moment that he is just grabbing the sword right at that moment. I was between this and a couple other pins, but I thought this one was just gorgeous. And I like the 3D effect that you have Merlin and Arthur popping out of the rest of the pin. So this is just a very nice pin that I thought was released. They had a couple other ones that were released. There was one that had like a vine effect, and I was very close to getting that one. But I just like the one that had all the characters, or as much of the characters represented as possible. And then I have one more pin from that first Disneyland trip, and that was because my friend Rita went ahead and gave me this pin. She had picked this up at a trading event on December 2nd. I was in Disney World at that time. Otherwise, I would have joined her, and I was so sad I couldn't go. I remember she was Instagram messaging me some of the pins that were there, and I was like, oh, I can't buy the whole set. But she was a doll, and she offered to sell me the pin at the face value, what it would have been just for one of the individual pins, and I said, let's do it. So let me take it out of the wrapping so you guys can see this Ellie pin. And it's a jumbo size Princess Jasmine. I mean, how cool is this pin? I have another jumbo size pin from this collection, or the previous release of Acme pins, and it was Ariel and Eric, and I had gotten that one online. But this one I got gifted to me from my friend Rita. So sweet that she was able to give this to me. She had an extra and held on to it for me. So sweet. You can see Princess Jasmine holding the lamp. And there is the Sultan's Palace behind her in a nice, beautiful gold color. So I think this pin is gorgeous. It's very, very sweet. And another nice thing is that Rita was able to just give this to me, and she's like, you can pay me later, because I had made a promise to my husband that I wasn't going to spend any more money on pins in the month of December. So to keep that promise, she was like, I'm just going to give it to you now, and then you can pay me in January. So this is how we get around that promise, people. Okay, flash forward to the next week, and I went again on January 3rd because it was my birthday week, and I said, you know what, it's a sign. I have a new pin that's being released for my birthday. I should go get it. And it is from my favorite, one of my favorite classic films, and this is Dumbo. By the way, who else is super excited about the Dumbo line of merchandise from the Disney store? I cannot wait. I really like the mug and the pins, and they have a notebook as well. And then after this month, next month is going to be, I believe it's Mushu from Mulan, another movie that I love, so I can't wait for these movies, these movie merchandise to come out. But anyway, I go back to Dumbo. So they released this on January 3rd, and I picked this one up. It is a vintage vinyl pin, and this is a new series I think they're going to be doing, because this is more like a record. I do not have any records, actually. I think my husband used to have some records, and when he moved out here, I think he left them at his parents' house, and his parents actually sold them. They sold them when they moved because his family now lives here as well. So anyway, long story short, we don't have any records, unfortunately, but I do love this classic vintagey look. And then, ka-chow! If I do that, it just slides right out. This record right here. I thought that was a nice touch that says Walt Disney's Dumbo on it. And you have Timothy Mouse with a bunch of peanuts, and it says side 1. So very cool effect, and you guys know that I love moving style pins, so I thought this would be great to have. I'm only sad that I picked this up in the morning, and then I went and I did some shopping, some heavy shopping that day, and I got like a bunch of other things, and 2 hours had passed, and this is my birthday trip, so I was vlogging, and I showed that vlog on my channel. If you haven't seen that, go see it, because it was my birthday vlog. I gave some tips on how to sneak into downtown Disney area a little bit quicker if you're looking to avoid the lines. I showed you some beautiful chocolate covered strawberries with shots. Those were delicious, by the way, so go check out that vlog. But at any rate, 2 hours had passed, and I made my way back to the pin store because I realized that the one I had picked up had a slight scratch, and I wanted to exchange it. And they were all sold out already in World of Disney. They were sold out in the other pin location near World of Disney. And I went back to Pin Traders in the front of the park, or the front of downtown Disney, and I was told that they only had 3 left. So they sold out of these pretty quick. That was in 2 hours later after opening. They sold out of these Dumbo vinyl pins, which was horrible because then Rita then messaged me, I think like an hour later, and she's like, are you going to the parks today? Can you pick me up the Dumbo pin? And I was like, no, I could have, but they're all sold out, I'm sure, by now. But she has since found it online, so she's good. But yeah, this is a vintage Dumbo pin, and I'm very excited to have this one. On that same birthday trip, I mentioned that in my vlog that I was gifted a free item from the Grand Californian Hotel. I was hanging out there, I had bought some hot cocoa and the chocolate covered strawberries, and I was nursing in the back, and I was hanging around the hotel. At any rate, I went to go ask for a birthday button, and they gave me one which is very sweet. It says my birthday, it said my name on a birthday button, and happy birthday. And the cast member also gave me a piece of chocolate and said happy birthday, which is really nice. I did have some friends over who were big milk chocolate lovers, so they started their way into this, and I was trying to save it and keep it in nice condition. But my son has since found this bag, and he has gone into it twice. He kind of acts like a dog sometimes, guys. But he went into it twice and found the chocolate, and there was chocolate all over the floor because he was making his way through it. So this is what I was gifted for free. It says 2019 Happy New Year, and it's the Grand Californian branded up here. And you can see in the bottom it says milk chocolate popping candy. And this is the big candy bar that they gave me for free. I'm assuming they probably had some left over from New Year's, and it was just after the New Year, but look at what is left. This is for my son, by the way. This is what is left, and that's because my son has already broken apart and eaten this candy. So I keep finding this chocolate all over the place, so I'm gonna have to take this out of this room and put it on a top shelf somewhere and keep it out of reach. But my goodness, my son is really into candy bars. That's what I've learned. Even right now, he's starting to fuss because he's just like, can I have that back, Mom? Come join me. This is my son. Hello. Hello. We have food on our shirt, but that's fine. The last pin that I picked up for my birthday trip was this Sebastian pin that was just released, another open edition pin in the park, and it says, the human world, it's a mess. So, okay, sorry. But anyway, so I saw this pin and I was like, no, I'm not gonna get it. And then I was like, you know what? This is crazy. I have a Little Mermaid collection. I love Sebastian the Crab, and look how cute he is. So, so adorable. He's got the grumpy face right there. He definitely is one of my favorite characters. So I went ahead and I grabbed this. By the way, as I'm holding my son, he is reaching for this Dumbo. I have put this Dumbo up there because it used to be down in his reach, and he plays with this every day. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give you this Dumbo to play with for the moment. This is from Tokyo, and my son loves this. And it's made out of plastic, and I'm glad it's made pretty durably because he loves to just grab at this. There was one more trip. I lied. I just realized I have one more bag. So I went to Disneyland again, I think the week after my birthday. God, that makes me sound really, really sad. I went there like 4 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row. That's really scary. But I went there again because I went there. I saw that they were releasing a Little Mermaid pin, and if you guys haven't seen that, it is a Kingdom Consoles pin that's kind of like a Nintendo. So they have the VHS series, they have this new vinyl series, and they just decided to come out with a Nintendo flashback series of pins. And I went there specifically with that pin in mind, got up to the front, and then I saw the pin up close and I said, no. I honestly didn't like it that much. It's a little pixelated, and I'm just weird like that. I like my characters drawn the way that they're drawn in the films. I'm just very classical like that. So when I saw Ariel all pixelated, I mean, it looked like a Nintendo game, so I get that concept. But she wasn't that clear to me anyway. And then the one that I had in my hand, the game control is it's magnetic, so it's supposed to stick back on the top, but it was already broken. So it was just dangling funnily, and I just looked at it and I said, this looks like it's kind of cheaply made, and for the price, no. So I put it back, and I surprised myself, and I did not get that pin. So I'm holding out for the Valentine's Day release pin. I will be going to Disneyland for that pin at the end of January. But I did not pick up that pin. I got something else instead. And one of the items that I got was not a pin. And it is this Dumbo mug. I had never seen this one before. I don't know where I've been living. I'm sure they released this at the end of last year, and I just was sitting under a rock somewhere. Didn't see it. And I mentioned that I'm really interested in that Dumbo mug that's coming out for the Disney Store collection, but I couldn't pass this one up. I just like his bright pink ears right here. It's such a vibrant blue pink, pattern. It's just it just pops in my mind. I don't know. And then on the back it says, "Don't just fly, soar." I think that is such a cute and motivational message. And I just really am digging the vibe of this mug. So even though I really have negative mug space, I think I will barely have an inch of space to even shove this into my shelving unit. We really need to put together a mug display because it's just, this is why I'm saying to subscription companies, please no mugs, because I don't have the space. Yet here I am still buying one. But I just thought this was really cute. So I might actually put this on my desk. Maybe I'll do that instead. But I just think this is adorable, and I love this mug. And finally, the last one that I got was another mystery box. And so I didn't get the Kingdom Console pin that I had sought out for. However, a couple days prior, they had just released the Mickey Mouse Party mystery pins and the key that was exclusive to Disneyland. And World of Disney surprisingly still had a couple. They were sold out everywhere else. Pin Traders was already cleaned out. The other pin kiosk toward the park was cleaned out. However, World of Disney in the back, I saw they had 3 boxes left, and they also had a couple of keys. So go figure, go check them out. Don't ever discount one of the stores that might be a pin location. You have to check all of them because you'd never know. So at any rate, I was very excited to see they still had this box because it was sold out everywhere else. And this is the Disneyland version. Walt Disney World came out with their own mystery boxes, but this is the Disneyland version of the Mouse Party. I only bought one because it was $20, and I had run out of gift card money at that point, so I paid out of pocket for this. But these are the different designs on the back, and I just think it's really cool. My favorite, I think, just looking at this box, is the one of Mickey Mouse standing in front of the castle, of course, but then I also really like the one where he's dressed up like, Frontierland gear. Is just really cute. It just reminds me of the park. So this is kind of like a little hint of the park. So I'm going to go ahead and open those 3 mystery boxes right now. I'll start with the Mouse Party and then get to Cinderella and the princesses. And my very first one, Oh, this is so pretty. Oh my goodness. So there's a little glitter on his face though. The quality control can be improved, Disney, because he's got a little purple speck on his face. But at any rate, here is Mickey Mouse, the conductor, and he is dressed all snazzily in a nice little tux, and you can see it's kind of like a purple music note pattern behind him. This is a really pretty pin. I'm really big into purple pins, so this goes with my palette. I just wish there wasn't, I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but he has a couple of like tiny little purple specks that have like gotten themselves into his face, and they don't appear to be coming off, so they might have actually been painted into this design. Really, Disney? But these are really cute nonetheless. And this one is, I got one! Okay, so I have Mr. Frontierland Mickey Mouse himself standing in front of the backdrop of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. So I love that ride, so this is perfect, and I just love his little outfit. This is adorable. And it was one of the ones that I said called out to me, so I am happy with this box. This one, I'm happy to report, does not have any weird glitter stuck to its face, so yay for that. And those are my two mystery pins from this box set. I almost kind of wish that I had gotten another one, but you know, at this point I'm sure they're all sold out, but I'm still happy that I got this one box. I actually don't complete any sets that I get because I'm trying to save some money and just try some versatility, but this is a really cute set. I almost wish I'd gotten a second box now. I had almost done it and then I chickened out. Let's go ahead and open the princess box next because that one also has two pins. And I will say from the back, of course you guys know that I would love to have Ariel because that one is so cute with her on the letter A. Or Mulan. I love Pocahontas. And I would say Jasmine or Cinderella would be also in my tops. But I'm Mulan and Ariel are the ones that I am most hoping for. There's a lot of cute designs though, like I wouldn't be upset with Aurora. Snow White was cute too, and even Tiana, you know, I have a couple Tiana pins now, so let's see. Let's see. Alright, the first one is, yes, okay, okay. Okay, so we have a Princess Jasmine pin with a nice bright shiny J. So cute. I love this so much. So that is the princess herself on a letter that represents her name, and I think this is adorable. This will go well with my Princess Jasmine / Aladdin collection. Let's get the other one out and see what we have. And dun 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 dun. Okay, so I did not get Ariel. However, I got my other two top choices. So that was a very successful box. I have Mulan, I have Mulan. This will go with my Mulan collection. Okay, so yeah, as you can tell, I'm very excited with the two pins I just pulled out of my mystery box. I've been having a lot of luck with my mystery boxes lately. Maybe it's because I'm picking out boxes that I kind of like a lot of them, so I wouldn't be disappointed with any of the ones I pull, but I really like this. I hesitate to say I don't want to complete the collection. I don't want to complete the collection, but I would love to have the Ariel version of this one too, so I might have to try for another box or try to trade for one. But this is gorgeous. This is right up there with those glittery princess dress pins that came out from Box Lunch. I love this. Yes. And finally, my Cinderella box, and I only have one pin in here. So this was an LE size of 900. Only 900 of these were made, yet they still have these boxes in the Pin Trader store in downtown Disney. So I don't think they were that successful, sadly. Because they still are for sale. And then the two chaser pins have a LE size of 500, so very small sizes for both of these. Looking at the back, I would say I would love the one of the fairy godmother, the one with the Cinderella's carriage, when the pumpkin turns into the carriage. That's kind of a cute design. I love the stepsisters. I love Lady Tremaine, and of course I love Gus and Jacques. So those would be my top ones. Surprisingly not Cinderella, although I wouldn't complain with that one either. So here's my one pin. Let's see if we can figure out what it is. No idea. No idea. I'm gonna guess based on, let's do the shape. Let's do that. It's open on the right. So my guess is I have, oh no, I hope it's not this guy. I hope it's not the king. As fun as that would be, not my favorite pin to get in this box. So let's see. Is it the king? No, it's not! Okay, okay. Yay! So I got the stepsisters. I got the two ugly stepsisters. I'm totally fine with that for my Cinderella mystery pin. This is great. I think this is really, really well done. So I will say though, yet again, this is a sealed pin box, and look at the very top. There is a small black scuff mark. So that is 2 or 3 out of my new pins that I just got, and they're all kind of damaged a little bit. So the quality control on these isn't that great. I will say this one is actually scratching off. Thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. So I'm rubbing that off, but honestly, they shouldn't be scuffed at all coming out of a brand new box. Okay, so that is my pin. Very happy with all 3 of my mystery boxes. Let me know what your favorite pin was. I really like all the pins I just got, but I'm a really big fan of this Dumbo vinyl. I mean, this is just so cute. I actually almost like this better than the VHS of Aladdin, but it's a really hard toss-up. And then, of course, that jumbo pin that Rita got for me. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so let me know what your favorite pin was that I just showed you, and when your next Disney trip is, so I can live vicariously through you. I don't have any plans to go to Disney World this year just yet. We might try to skip it, honestly. If I can sway my way into going to Food and Wine again, I'm going to do that, though, because I love going during that time of year. Sorry, the camera just moved because my son was playing with it. But I am hoping to get to Disneyland in the end of this month or early next month, because I do want to go to the Lunar New Year Festival. I'm a big fan of Asian cuisine, and I love the Lunar New Year Festival. I was a pass holder for not last year, but the previous 2 years prior to that, and that was one of my favorite events to go to and see Mulan and see the dancers and the lion dance, and it's just a really nice time of year to go, I think, to California Adventure and see all those festivities. So I did a vlog actually last year, and the day that I convinced my husband to go with Isabella and our son, that was the day after the Lunar New Year Festival ended. We had no idea, and so we missed out of the festival by a day, and that has stuck with me all year long. So I actually told my husband, I was like, as a birthday present, I'm not going to go on my birthday, but at the end of the birthday month, or maybe the next month, I would like to go to the Lunar New Year Festival, just myself and Nicholas, and he said, sounds good. So that is our plan. We're going to go to Disneyland! Yay! Yay! But at any rate, I hope to talk to you all very, very soon. Let me know if you have a trip planned coming soon, and if you're ever in the downtown Disney area, let me know. Maybe I can come out and meet you. And thanks so much for watching my channel, and I will talk to you all very soon. All right, bye!